Welcome to the Weekday Report for Tuesday, August 19th. I'm Joe Potente. Here's a brief look at the news. On top of voting for governor and attorney general, City of Kenosha voters will be asked to weigh in on the potential expansion of Medicaid. The City Council on Monday passed a resolution that puts on the November ballot a non-binding referendum asking if Governor Scott Walker should accept the federally funded Medicaid expansion that is part of the Affordable Care Act. Walker turned down the hundreds of millions in federal funds in February 2013, a move that studies show cost the state $206 million in health care expenses. Alderman Dan Prozanski said he moved forward with the resolution because he wanted city residents to join the growing number of voters who have weighed in on the measure. A number of aldermen are asking the city's Parks Commission to consider saving Kennedy Drive. Commission members will soon vote on a master plan for Kennedy and Penoyer Parks that calls for Kennedy Drive to be turned into a walking path with scenic overlooks. But before that vote can be held, Alderman Steve Bostrom wants the City Council to let the Commission know of its desires on Kennedy Drive. Bostrom has authored a resolution that, if passed, would signal the Council's desire to keep Kennedy Drive intact. It's unlikely, however, that Bostrom's resolution will make it to the Council before the Kennedy Drive vote. The Parks Commission has scheduled a September 2nd meeting to discuss the park's plan. A former West Allis police officer accused of killing two women and stuffing their bodies in suitcases entered not guilty pleas Monday. 52-year-old Stephen Zelich appeared in Kenosha County Circuit Court Monday for arraignment on charges of first-degree intentional homicide and hiding the corpse of a 19-year-old college student from Oregon. He's also charged in Walworth County with hiding the corpses of that woman and a 37-year-old woman he allegedly killed in Minnesota. Both Zelich's attorney and the prosecutors asked the judge to hold off on setting a trial date, saying they jointly agreed they needed time to go through evidence in the case. Authorities are trying to figure out what to do with the troubled rail crossing prone to accidents in Pleasant Prairie. The village administrator wants the railroad to install better signal equipment to keep cars from running into rail cars on Highway H south of 95th Street. There were 2 accidents this summer. Railroad officials want the village to put up streetlights. The State Railroad Commissioner, Jeff Plaley, will ultimately decide what to do after a public hearing set for Wednesday afternoon. Congressman Paul Ryan's memoir was released today. It's not clear whether this means he will soon seek a higher office, but it is a guide to his personal and political development. He candidly writes about his childhood and background and takes aim at the expected political opponents as well as some apparent allies, particularly the Tea Party wing of the Republican Party. What's trending today? A Chicago Tribune poll released this week found that nearly 9 out of 10 Chicago voters believe changes need to be made to the city's controversial red light camera program. But voters were split on whether the program should be eliminated or improved with better management and oversight. What would you think of the notion of red light cameras in Kenosha? Tell us on our Facebook page. Up next is Liz Snyder with a preview of the Kenosha News Emmy contest.
The Emmy Awards are coming up August 25th, and we are all on the edge of our seats, wondering, can Breaking Bad wrap up its legacy with another win for Best Drama Series? And will ABC's Modern Family keep its Best Comedy Series winning streak going? We'll also be watching to see how first-time host Seth Meyers handles a long show that features lots and lots and lots of awards. Can it also be entertaining television? Even if you're not an Emmy Award watcher, you can still play our Kenosha News Emmy contest. Send in your picks from our Emmy ballot or enter online at kenoshanews.com. And look for Dave Walter and myself to face off with our Emmy picks on this Sunday's entertainment pages in the Kenosha News. I'm Liz Snyder for the Weekday Report.
Thanks, Liz. Now here's a look at what we're working on today. Joe Ward is putting together an update on the ongoing investigation into the city's IT operation, and Deneen Smith is looking into staffing levels at Kenosha Unified as the new school year approaches. Pick up a copy of the Kenosha News and check kenoshanews.com for all the details on these stories and more. I'm Joe Potente with the Weekday Report.